Scandinavian Bob here, hi. If you want to be able to build up really long streaks on your NoFap journey, there are many pitfalls you can fall into. And today we are going to talk about a couple that most NoFap YouTubers almost never talk about. Number 1. Not reminding yourself of your why. Now the first one sounds a bit strange here, but this is absolutely true. Most guys know that whenever we set out to do something that is pretty difficult in life, we need to have a strong why. In other words, we need to know exactly why we are doing it. And a lot of guys do indeed know why they are doing NoFap or rebooting. However, what fails to happen is that they do not remind themselves of it on a regular basis. In the beginning of your reboot, you need to be reminding yourself of exactly why you are doing NoFap and why it's important to you. This is because when the urges come, and they will come, it is so easy to forget your why. This is what usually happens. You get hit by a craving and you start to snoop around some borderline forbidden territory online. And man, those cravings are strong and make you act almost automatically. But since you do want to take rebooting seriously, you hear a voice telling you, I shouldn't really be doing this. But unfortunately, that is as far as your logical thinking goes. You break and relapse. What needs to be in place here is this: I shouldn't really be doing this because, and here you insert your why, and that why needs to be even stronger and louder than this logical thought here. And this almost never happens if you do not make a habit out of regularly reminding yourself of your why. You cannot overdo it in the beginning of your reboot. Every single day you need to remind yourself of your why. Before I continue, I'd like to take a few seconds to let you know that this video is brought to you by Dopamine Discipline, a phenomenal online course for overcoming addiction to adult sites using a revolutionary HCT method. In fact, that course produces such great results that I feel honored that I get to promote it on my channel. It is created by a licensed therapist who has now helped thousands of people overcome their PMO addiction. And listen to this, he actually has personal experiences in having to overcome his own addiction as well. So please understand that this course is the real deal and that it is very effective. If you have been struggling for some time and you're sick and tired of feeling bad after those nasty relapses, then right now's your chance to finally do something about it. Under this video, there's a link you can use to sign up to a free webinar where the therapist tells you more about this new and powerful system. Alright, so let's continue with the video. Number 2. Envy and wrong focus. The second mistake happens when guys go, for example, out on the town. They see some hot girls that they would like to talk to, but they have anxiety and are too scared to do so. So they feel that their mood drops a bit because, well, they are not happy with that situation. And then they perhaps start looking at other men who are out walking with their girlfriends. And now that low mood even turns into resentment. They have thoughts like, life is unfair, I will never get a girlfriend myself. And now they see all those hot girls walking around and suddenly all those nice round asses that they look at become almost insulting to them. Like the voice of fate were shouting, la 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 la, you can never have this. Oh man. Then when they get home, where do they have their focus then? Well, that's right, their belief that they can't get a girlfriend and that life is unfair. And as you know, disappointment is one of the biggest emotional triggers, especially now when all those taunting round asses are fresh in memory. Obviously, the PMO addiction is then going to start whispering, hey, I got just what you need here. All the hot babes you ever dreamed of, just 5 seconds away. And sure enough, there it is, the inevitable relapse. Now, what needs to happen here is that if the guys want a girlfriend, they need to shift their focus from envy and disappointment towards working on a plan to get one. Now, that plan is a long-term plan and not something you necessarily succeed with the same day. But there are literally hundreds of really small steps you can take right now to bring you a little bit closer to a potential girlfriend in the future. Like, for example, getting some new nice clothes, signing up for a dance class or a yoga class or a cooking class or any class where people talk to each other. Start practicing social skills. Put yourself out there more. Write a good text for a dating site. No matter how small those steps are, even if it's just doing 2 push-ups to get a better body, it is still 500 times better than having your focus here. Because, well, as the wise men always have said, desire is suffering. And this is especially true if you combine desire with hopelessness, thinking it's something you can never get. And even if it would take you 15 years, and it probably won't, but let's just say for the sake of argument that it did, it is still much better to aim your focus on this circle instead of the left one. Because here you are actually doing something about it. And boy, does that affect your self-esteem in a totally different way. Alright, this is Scandinavian Bob signing out for today. Consider subscribing for more helpful NoFap videos. And as always, I wish you all the best in your journey to become the strongest version of yourself.